Hello and welcome to Galaxy of the Week. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button, click the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when new Galaxy of the Week videos post. Today's Galaxy of the Week is M16, also known as Messier 16, NGC 6611, more commonly known as the Eagle Nebula, also known as the Star Queen Nebula and the Spire. And this is a truly beautiful galaxy with so many amazing images to be found online that I recommend that you go out there and look up some images on your own. I'm only going to show a small number of the images available, and yeah, you should really get out there and find some of these stunning images. So M16 is located in the constellation of Serpens, and you can see it right here. It was first discovered in 1745 by Jean-Philippe de Chazot, and there are several dust and active star formation regions that make this galaxy famous. It's approximately 7,000 light years from Earth. It is an emission nebula, in particular a H2 emission nebula, H standing for the gas hydrogen. So what is an emission nebula? Well, a H2 emission nebula means it's a collection of ionized gases, the gas being hydrogen, that is emitting light at various wavelengths. So what do we mean by ionized gases? Ionized gases are plasmas, gases where there are free electrons, where they've been excited to the point where they've shed electrons and now these electrons are free. So these electrons were stripped from the atoms of the gas. So we see plasmas everywhere in everyday life. Plasma TVs, neon signs, fluorescent lights, lightning, and obviously stars, to name just a few of the types of plasmas we see. So the Eagle Nebula is a H2 emission nebula. As I said, a hydrogen atom is ionized and emits light in the red area of the electromagnetic spectrum. That's what we're seeing right here. It's being ionized by energy being emitted from hot young stars nearby. So these are some of the images. Usually photographers are using different filters in order to get images of the different areas within the electromagnetic spectrum. Again, we see the nebula, absolutely beautiful. Stunning images. And here we've basically, we're going to look at some areas within the nebula, which make this such a stunning, beautiful nebula or galaxy to look at. And as you can see, we've got 4 regions. We're going to talk specifically about these 2 regions, and these are just areas that are affecting the nebula. We'll talk about those as well. But we're going to start over here with what is known as the Spire or the Fairy Nebula, because of this looking like a wing and this being a head. So unfortunately, the software program that I use to put together the slides, made by a well-known software company, doesn't allow me to combine landscape and portrait images together, because this would be a beautiful portrait image if I could put it into portrait. But as we can see, here is our Spire or the Fairy Nebula. Again, there's its wing. It's 9.5 light years tall, and it's a collection of cold, dust and gas. Now stars are born in cold hydrogen clouds like this, and what's happening is these little wisps that you can see being pushed off, that's basically the pillar being eroded by nearby hot stars. So hot stars nearby are boiling off sections of the spire, eating away at the spire. But again, it's just fantastic looking location within the galaxy. And you can see obviously these blue showing really hot young stars. This slide shows, again, in a different filter arrange. You can see here our spire, and then over here we have what is known as the pillars of creation. And this is a Hubble telescope image, the most high definition we have, I believe, of the pillars of creation. Again, incredibly stunning. Hubble first took an image like this in 1995, and it became an iconic image straight away. We can see these clouds, again, dust clouds, hydrogen. We can't see into them, they're kind of opaque. We can drill into one of the areas and you can see up here these little wisps. These are known as eggs, and these are more dense gas pockets, and basically they're what they are locations for protostars. So basically there are stars forming in here, but they're not yet hot enough to emit X-rays, so for us to see it. But this whole structure is basically a star forming area. So if we go back and look at the size again, you can just see these three large spires that protrude from this. Looks like almost like a wrist, or it's been described as like being stalagmites in a cave. Absolutely beautiful. Here we're just looking at a location of an open star cluster, which is related to a previous slide. So you can see up here, this area up here, and this is just an area where we have very bright, hot stars forming. Some of these stars are 80 solar masses, so 80 times larger than our sun, and are extremely bright. And down here you can see like a bluish tint to it. My apologies, that's one of my dogs coming in. Here we have another location within the galaxy, again filled with hot, bright stars forming. If I scroll back up to our composite, we can see that's this area here, kind of to the northeast of the pillar. So this spire up here is about 9.5 light years in length and is associated with a star cluster of approximately 8,100 stars, with the brightest star being HD 168076, and that's visible from Earth with a good pair of binoculars. Here we have a selection of images side by side of the galaxy, and again, stunning. On the left hand side we have an infrared image showing lots of stars and dust. So obviously the red is dust. It's basically polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Green is gas, and blue are the stars. In our center image, this is of particular interest to astronomers, because this reveals a region where a star went supernova, exploded, and it's revealed a bell shape and a very hot dust, which is orange in color. So again, beautiful, beautiful image. And the last image on the right again shows a hot supernova heated dust in green, with cooler dust in the red, blue, and purple colors. What we can see is green is hydrogen, blue is oxygen, and red is sulfur. So these are gases that are in the Eagle Nebula. Fantastic. As I said, there are many images online for the Eagle Nebula, many images of the spire, the pillars of creation, and other areas within the nebula. And I recommend that you go and research and seek out some of these images, because they're beautiful images for backgrounds on your PC or your screensavers or whatever. But again, the Eagle Nebula, which is the galaxy of the week. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button, click subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when new Galaxy of the Week videos post. Thank you.